everyday thing. It's an everyday thing. It's an everyday thing when you let your nuts hang.
Hey y'all, if you are in the Charlotte area, please watch out for this man. His name is Gerard Sarr, Victor Sarr, Gerard Victor, however he want to call himself. He is a rapist. He's a rapist. He raped me back in August of 2024. And I have everything to prove it. My case wasn't able to get picked up via like criminal, because if y'all know anything about the justice system, the criminal system, when it comes to rapists, you have to prove beyond reasonable doubt. Because the evidence that I have does not prove beyond reasonable doubt, the investigator during this process was not able to bring this case about, bring him in for questioning, and he lied. He just lied. But, like I said, I'm done. I'm done with the court system. I'm going to leave it up to you guys to judge this man or whoever y'all feel like y'all need. Whoever y'all feel like, I'm going to just give y'all the facts of the case. And y'all prove whether or not this man raped me. But yeah, rapist. Victor Gerard Sarr in Charlotte, North Carolina. Watch out for him. This is literally my way of therapy. I'm going to share my story. And, trigger warning for anybody who's ever been sexually assaulted by anybody. This is my way of starting my healing journey at this point. And I just want to just say, watch out for Gerard Sarr. He's a rapist in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I'm not going to stop until everybody knows this. So it all started back on August 1st when I met him. I was in Walmart and, he seemed like a nice guy, right? I mean, they did say Ted Bundy, who was a fucking serial killer, he was absolutely an amazing guy. Very charming, very much wants to help, very much wants to help you. So, I met him on August 1st. I remember the date because I literally just got back from out of town. And I went to Walmart and he approached me, Then the next day we had a little date, kind of sort of at a hookah lounge where I expressed to this man that I was currently in a heartbreaking state. I was depressed. I was very much unstable in my life. And, I was just looking for a means to come about as I was struggling. I was looking for help. Long story short, this man, he acted like he wanted to help me. He got me an interview at one of his jobs. He did the whole nine. He would pick me up from work because I was having car trouble at the time, didn't have a car. He did the most to want to actually try to pursue me. And, he was at least I thought he was respecting the fact that I was not interested in dating anybody. And I told him this the day that we had our first date. I let him know, hey, I don't want to be serious with anybody right now, because me, I'm the type of bitch where if I'm broke, I cannot be there for nobody. I can't show up the way I want to. I can't talk my shit the way I want to. It's just very hard, especially on my mental. So it's I was trying to get my life together when he decided to, take advantage of me at this point. So boom, from the first till about the first 2 weeks of August,
Hey, if you made it this far, go ahead and hit that like button.
He spent his days trying to get me to become more comfortable with him in terms of just opening up. One time I was sick, he invited me over to his house for him to cook for me because I was so sick. I went over there and he actually cooked for me. He did his best to take care of me, but I wanted to go home, so I left. Then another time, he would just pick me up from work. It'd be oh, you at work? Oh, he doesn't live that far from where I was working at the time. And so he would be oh, I'm gonna come pick you up. I'm gonna take you home. And that's all it would be. Him picking me up, dropping me off, taking me home. And he would work. And then it was like that for, I said, for about 2 weeks. The third week of him having my number is when the rape happened. And I can talk about this now like this because I've talked about it so many times, and every time that I've talked about it, I've actually felt more comfortable speaking on it. And so now it's to the point where I can tell my story and it not have the same effect on me as before. So, yeah, so before now I'm like processing it, and you know, for the record, I am in therapy myself on the side as well, but this is more therapeutic. As well, just sharing my story just in case it can help somebody else, because this man is still out here. He's still out here, y'all. He's still out here. If y'all don't know, look it up. How many rape cases are actually tried in the U.S. after it's brought to them? Let's not even speak on the freaking number of rapists that are actually reported to the cops. But the ones that are actually reported to the cops, how many of them are actually picked up? There's a paper right here, a statistic that says that only 310 out of every 1,000 rape is reported to the cops.
Damn.
Then not even that, for every 100 rape that is reported to the cops, only 18 of them are taken into, like, are literally going to take it to trial and be tried at. Do you know what that leaves us? The streets. That leaves us, that's why they have things called street justice, and that's why they have a whole bunch of extra things that people do, because the justice system sucks. For rape to ever be looked at like that is crazy to me. And I understand, you know, there's a flip side to everything where there are people out here that is lying about what happened to them, but I'm not lying, and like I said, I will tell you all about it. So about a few weeks after, so on the 18th of August, he calls me, you know, he just got back in town from his job. He's like, yeah, I just had a great week. Like, I want to take you out. I want to celebrate. And at this time, you know, the job that he helped me get, which he didn't really help me get, but he helped me get the interview for, and I got the job. I was starting that following week as well. So I'm like, great, let's celebrate. Let's go out. Let's celebrate like I'm in a good mood. I'm about to have a good job, better paying job, start making some income. Like, you know, long story short, we end up going to this spot called Fume. It's a nice little lounge in Charlotte. I pulled up by myself, and he pulled up after, so I Ubered there. He met me there. Me and my friend was already there. So we ended up having like some sort of double date. Long story short, it wasn't that busy that night. The manager that was there, he sent us a bottle of champagne. We already had about 3 rounds of shots, and then the owner of the establishment also sent shots to our table. So we were very well drunk. Like, I know I was. I probably drunk more than everybody because everybody else had to work the next day. I didn't have to work the next day. So I was drinking. Everybody's drinking. My girlfriend, she was with her friend. They both were driving. I wasn't driving. So I drank more than anybody that night. Long story short, we was there until about 2:30 because I remember him cleaning up in the establishment. We were leaving out. I don't really remember the walk from the restaurant to the car. The next thing I do remember is like being at his apartment, and he's like, you know, let's go up, and I'm like struggling to make it up those steps because I was just so lit. I was so lit, and I just couldn't like walk. So he helped me up them steps. I remember him helping me. When I got to his house, I remember me asking him for a change of clothes because I had like this 2-piece on. It was very uncomfortable. And so I was like, I knew I was just going right to sleep. You know what I mean? I knew I was just going right to sleep. I had ended up only being awake enough to put on the shirt, and then I went to bed, like to his bed, and then he was in his living room when I left him because he's like, oh, I'm about to stay up for a little bit, and that's fine, you know. He wasn't tired. I was tired, drunk, whatever. I went to his bed. When I went to his bed, I just remember like passing out, but I wasn't like completely passed out. I was like passed out to the point where I didn't want to move, but I wasn't passed out to the point where I couldn't hear what was going on in my surroundings, right? So boom. As I remember going to bed, mind you, me and him already had a conversation about how I do not want to have sex with him, how I am moving extremely slow. I'm still recovering from a breakup. Me and him barely kissed, y'all. Barely kissed. So this was just completely off throne for me. So he's seen that I was clearly drunk, and I went to bed. He was in the living room for a little bit, and I remember hearing him come into the room as I was laying in bed, and he started kissing me. Now, for whatever reason, I could not move. I could not kiss back. I could not move. I could not speak. I could not open my eyes. My body was literally still. And I remember that because I know what my body did. Like, I remember him kept calling my name. I remember him kissing me, not kissing back, him noticing me, not kissing back, then him lifting my legs to go eat my vagina. It was completely a movie nightmare, y'all. Like, I just could not believe that this was happening to me. I was literally screaming to the top of my lungs, but it would not come out my mouth. I remember my brain just not being able to speak what I was trying. So as he continues to kiss all on my body that I did not give him permission to, as he continues to lick on my vagina that I did not give him permission to do, mind you, y'all, during this time, he keeps trying to call my name as if I was looking at it like he was trying to get my attention, like trying to get me to wake up. But now that I'm thinking about it, he might have slipped me something in my drink because he kept calling my name, not only like in the beginning, but also the whole time. Like, from what I remember, it was literally like he licked my vagina to like make sure it was wet. He wasn't like eating it, like, you know, he was licking it to make sure it was wet. Then he decided to put his raw dick in my vagina. And when I tell you that, I just was no longer good after that. Like, I was so upset, y'all. Like, I literally could not move, and I could not scream, and I could not say nothing. I didn't have my eyes open, nothing, y'all. He kept thrusting and thrusting and thrusting. He probably thrusted about 6 or 7 times before I think he realized what he was doing and got off of me. Literally, just rolled off of me. And then that's the last thing I remember before I fully passed out. That is the story. This is currently his picture on BLK. One of my friends sent it to me, showed that he also lied to me about his age. He told me he was 40. On here it shows 45. If you look up his name, it shows 49. We don't know how old this man is. This man is just lying, out here lying. So that's what happened that night. The next day, which is the next morning, I woke up probably like 6 or 7. But you know when you drink a lot the night before, when you wake up early that next morning, it's really not that early. Like, we probably got in probably like 3 o'clock. And so 6 o'clock is like 3 hours. You're still kind of drunk. So I kind of was just laying there, like kind of drunk, like so confused about what happened, and passed right back out. Woke up again probably around 11. And I felt so weird. I felt so weird, y'all. Like, I got up. I realized that my pants were on the floor. I don't remember putting them on, so I'm not going to say anything about those pants. But I put them on, and then I, he's up getting ready to go out, telling me how he has to go to work, and that, it's time to go or whatever. And then I asked him, I'm like, did we do something last night? Like, did something happen? And he's like, yeah, but you wasn't responding. So he tried to say that he tried to do something, but I wasn't responding, so he gave up. And then as time went on, he continues to change his story, y'all. He continued to change the story. So then, he ended up taking me home, which we don't live far from each other either. But he ended up taking me home. I left. I went home that morning. And I proceeded not to talk to him for the rest of that day because I just did not feel good. Like, even what he told me, I just couldn't, understand it fully. Because, again, y'all, I still could not believe that this is really what happened to my 31-year-old body. Like, I felt grown. I felt confused. I felt ashamed. I felt so lost. So as he continues to kiss all on my body that I did not give him permission to. So later on that day, he had a feeling. He had a feeling because you know how when you don't talk to somebody after seeing them at all, like you don't reach out, you don't say shit, and then they be like, damn, like what happened? After y'all been constantly communicating a lot in the past, and then the day come and nothing, and then so he kept reaching out. He was like, hey, are you okay? How's everything? And I'm just like not responding, not answering. At the time, I'm confused. You know, I've never been raped before. This was my first time ever being raped. I don't know if y'all know anybody who's ever been raped, but it's not like what you see on the movies. Most of the time, I was told I was in something called shock, like postpartum shock, or like whatever happens to you when you don't really kind of fully understand a trauma that happened to your body. Your mental does its own thing where it's trying to make what happened to you feel like it's okay or it's your fault, or you know, I was dealing with all of that. I was literally texting my girlfriend Michelle, and I'll post the text messages too about him constantly reaching out to me and me texting her and letting her know what happened, and just basically he just knew something was up. So then you know, we talked Tuesday. So I didn't talk to him for the rest of Monday, I don't believe. Like, I'll have to fact check that, but I don't think that I barely talked to him on Monday. Tuesday, the next day, I called him, you know, because I'm still not feeling good about what happened. And I'm just letting him know. I'm like, bro, like, I don't understand what you mean. Like, tell me what happened. Tell me exactly what happened. Like, you're telling me we had sex. How did we have sex if I wasn't responsive? And then he's like, you know, we never had sex. I just wanted to tell you that because, you know, I just wanted to see what you were going to say. So not only did he just now come up with the fact that we never had sex, but he also said that he lied about us having sex because he seen that I was upset about it. But then he also goes to say, because I kept asking him, I'm like, did you use a condom? Did you use a condom? Did you use a condom? He kept saying yes, yes, yes. Then when he lied about us having like complete intercourse never happened. That's what he said. I then like on Tuesday, that same day, I literally just went off on him because I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, why are you lying? Like, why are you lying? If you didn't do anything wrong, why are you lying? From Monday to Tuesday to Wednesday, these are the 3 days I had from the incident. So then once I came to conclude that that's what happened to me, I felt like I needed to find a way to try to get him caught. Like, find a way to, you know, get the cops involved. I knew that it was too late for me to get a rape kit. I knew that it was too late for me to just do anything that had to do with like immediate evidence. And because he kept talking to me, like he kept making it seem like, oh, I just want to make sure you're okay. I was like, I can get him to say what he did on the phone. So I had texted him like that night, Tuesday night, after like barely talking to him. And I just let him know, I'm like, I need to talk to you, like, immediately. And, you know, he didn't answer, of course. And then the next morning he texted me. And then the next day I was like, I'm going to call you when I get off of work. Long story short, I recorded an 1.5-hour message between us on the phone. I had one phone here and one phone here of him literally apologizing. Like, he literally thought that this was something that he could fix. He thought that a rape was something that he could fix. He thought that he could literally fix me. He proceeded to not only finally admit that he didn't use a condom on me, but he also proceeded to also lie, tell me that because when he told me he didn't have, when he finally admitted that he didn't use a condom on me, and the reason that he lied is because, you know, he didn't want to hurt my feelings. He then proceeded to go on about how he wanted to work through it, how he felt like this was a misunderstanding, and how he felt like it could all be fixed. I let him know, like, I'm a victim of sexual assault. Like, I was molested as a 13-year-old girl. I was between 11 and 13. Let me say that. Between 11 and 13, I was molested by someone. And this situation just re-triggered it all. And it's to the point where I told him, I'm like, hey, like, I was a little girl when it first happened to me. I'm not a little girl anymore. And I'm not going to let you get away with this. And he proceeded to just say, he begged for me not to tell the cops. He told me on the recording not to tell the cops because he could get in serious trouble, because he was feeding so many people, and, you know, he just wanted me to look out for him. That's what he wanted. And don't worry. I got the voice messages. I got them. I'm gonna upload them. This is the conversation that we had. So that was the 18th, the night before we went out. This is now the 19th at 1:46 p.m. I did not respond. Later on that day, he just kept inquiring about me. I did not respond. Talk to him till about a full conversation till about Wednesday. And then when I called him after work, this is just me showing y'all that this is that's what's going on. What do you mean what's going on? I'm not feeling too good. I was up last night. I can't sleep. I don't like it. I don't like the way you made me feel. I don't like what you did. I don't like nothing. I don't like it. I feel violated. I feel weird. I don't feel like you're sorry. I don't know.
You don't feel like I'm sorry. You're the one who stopped me from talking to you. I told you all day yesterday, I want to talk to you. I want to get close to you. This is, what I can tell you is this, right? I like you. Regardless of anything that happened, I like you. I ain't coming in your life to play with you. I'm on my 40s. I've been single for 2 years. So, the same way I was by myself, I could have been by myself, but I got drawn to you. And I keep up with you every day, and you saw that. I am coming to your life to play with you. I'm interested in you. I want to do a lot of stuff with you. What happened is, we was drunk. It happened. Am I proud of myself? No. And this is coming from the bottom of my heart. Do I have any intent toward you? No. Am I not affected about how you feel? Yes. I am affected. It's running in my mind every single minute. Because I'm used to talking to you. Now, I barely talk to you. So my phone is dry. Because when I really start seeing you day after day, I'm like, you know what? If you want something serious, you have to just
Don't you think you should have thought about all of that when the moment you decided that it was okay to have sex with me while I was drunk? You don't think that was...
So you saying it like, okay, you was drunk, I'm sober, and I decide to do it. That's what it sounds like.
I'm saying it as if I was not... I'm saying it exactly what happened. I was drunk, meaning I had no idea what was going on. Did I?
Okay, so you trying to, are you like, this is like a judgment right now. So you trying to tell me right now that you taking in consideration that you was intoxicated while we both drink the same alcohol.
Did I come on to you? Did I make it seem to you that I wanted to have sex?
Why are we doing this?
I'm first of all, I'm calling you to basically with you as if you fucking matter. It don't matter what you got to say right now.
Okay. So the thing about
what are you thinking about right now? Like, I'm really confused.
You asked me a question. Wow. So if you can listen, we can talk. Because you ask a question, I'm telling you how I'm really feeling about the situation. Now you don't want to answer that I'm giving you, and this is the truth.
No, that's not what is happening right now. That's what's going on. What do you mean what's going on?
Me and you, I entertain you for the whole time because my intention are pure and they still pure. It's unfortunate. You might think that I am not affected by it, but I'm not going to tell you because you don't believe that I'm affected about it. I have intention.
Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Did you hear what I asked you? If your daughter, 3 daughters, right? 3 daughters. If your daughters were $3, because I am a female, so you understand what is going on, because you're not understanding me.
You're talking to me like I don't understand everything that you're explaining me. Why are you taking example of anything like I'm dumb? I understand what's going on. I keep telling you that the way I feel.
I went to somebody's house after I got drunk, and he had sex with me, and I was not aware. What would you say?
Oh, so you was not aware?
Was I moving? When you touched me, was I moving?
Well, no, I want to know, was you aware or not?
I was aware of what you was doing, yes, but did I give you permission to touch me? Did I say let's have sex?
Okay, okay. When can you tell me what's
You know how I just answered your question? You should answer my question too. You know how you asking me questions and I'm answering?
Answering this question right now is not something that's gonna bring me to find a solution on what we do.
You asked me a question and I asked you a question.
My intention is not a question response.
You asked me a question and I asked you a question.
Whoa. My intention is not question response. My intention is how can we talk as adults and find a way to...
I don't think you understand.
Well, I don't understand anything at all because everything you say is your understanding, and when I say something, I don't understand.
You can't understand.
I try to talk. Me and you, I entertain you for the whole time.
Just to show y'all how serious it was, in the beginning of my story, I let y'all know that I was really struggling financially, like really bad. And it was to the point where this job had accepted me, the job that I was going to work at with him. And I literally wrote this email the next day at that night because I was like, I cannot work with this man. Like, no. And as you can see, I said occurred this past Sunday, which is the night we were out, aka Monday morning. I was not going to take the job. Like, why would I work with a rapist? I'm not working with a rapist. No, it's not happening. Just now I'm sitting here trying to explain to you how what happened that night and me trying to make you understand by involving your daughters because I'm somebody's daughter. And when you get offended, meaning offense, meaning when your voice yells, I didn't get offended.
Okay.
So you keep cutting me off. So this is just...
You keep accusing me of stuff though.
I'm
not gonna assume anything until you show me directly.
I'm showing you directly that I'm upset. So for you to sit there and say that I at all, you are fine. You didn't feel.
Who talking about me here?
It's about me.
Nobody talking about me.
It's about me. You keep talking about you.
But no, I can talk
you
about
keep
how
talking
I feel,
about
so
you.
Understand me though. If I don't talk about how I feel, how you gonna understand me?
I think that you knew everything that you was doing. Yes, it takes a lot to have sex with somebody. Two people involved.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Okay,
You
so-
kept calling my name. I remember you calling my name.
One question.
I remember you calling my name. Dude, was you not calling my name a few times? Did you not tell me that the reason that you stopped having sex with me is because I was not responding? Did you not say that?
Why are we doing this? What you going with this? Tell me.
Again, did you not say that? Yes or no? Because I'm really trying to understand. Okay. Okay, it's fine, Victor. It's fine. I have nothing else to say. Just now you said...
We could sit down and do that. That's why I keep talking about I want to go forward and talk to you. I never had no intention to let you down. Never had no intention to lose you at all. Or any harm or anything. Now, you're telling me, oh, you have a first kid or everything. If you want to ruin my life, you can. You have the power to do it. And that's going to be my fault.
It's going to be what?
That's going to be my fault. That's going to be my fault. Yes, you have the power to do it. You can do it. But God knows what's in my heart. I haven't dated nobody and get close to somebody how I get close to you for the last 2 years. And I was saying it earlier.
And you did that. Wow. That's crazy. You put me in harm's way. You're so drawn to me that you lied.
No, that's not.
That makes a lot of sense.
That's not what we're talking about. I'm telling you that I'm drawn to you, and we were out. We drunk. You was drunker than me. We're gonna admit that. I tried to eat your pussy. I did that. I was sexually touching you. I did that. But me in my head, yes. We was connected on that level. Now you wake up and tell me you don't like it. I told you, okay, I apologize. It was on the bed, but you keep saying that I never said it. It was on the bed before even anything.
No,
you said it in the bed before anything, but you're gonna tell me you didn't say it. But I said it in the bed. Yeah, that was wrong. I mean, and I told you, you know what, that's why I rolled over. And I told you that, you know what, that was wrong. I really apologize that it happened like that. And, you know, after that, I'm trying to catch the ball because I'm like, oh my God, she's going to get mad at me. I don't want to lose her. And I start hating myself for thinking that much. I hated myself. I'm not telling you anything. What I'm dealing with by myself is nothing comparing to what you're dealing with. I can tell you that.
So, although I didn't post like every single minute of the hour and 40, 45, 30-minute messages, I literally posted the main parts to get you a grasp of how the whole conversation went. He only started to like, oh, well, I'm sorry. And he only started to do shit like that when I had told him that I had got a rape kit and then I told him that I had the detective card. Mind you, I just lied about that. I never got a rape kit. And I never got detective information. But I told him that I did in hopes that he would be like, no, please. And he fell right for it. He fell right into the trap. Like I said, on Wednesday at this time, it was too late for me to get a rape kit. And I was just kind of embarrassed, y'all. Like, how could I do this? Like, how could I make such a dumb ass decision and sleep over this man's house, not knowing him. And I know better. Like, I really know better. Like, I know better. I try to do better when it comes to sleeping over a man's house. I don't know. That is no excuse for a man to rape you. I don't care what advice you give someone. No is no and consent is consent. And if you don't have it, then you don't have the right to touch anybody who lays in your body. It don't matter what you do, because those are the same people that be like, oh, you shouldn't have wore that mini skirt, or you wouldn't have got touched. Y'all sound like dumb. It's not that at all. A rapist is a rapist, is a rapist, is a rapist. Like, it's the truth. I had an ex who, whenever I got too drunk to the point where I was not conscious enough to even enjoy what was going on, he would not touch me. He would not, and this was my man. He wouldn't touch me. And so, please watch out for this man. His name is Gerard. He goes by Victor. He might go by another name. He might go by a whole bunch of names, honestly. Watch out for this man, Charlotte, North Carolina, y'all.
What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. Back in the confessional, and yes, we staying lit, big dog. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to my player partner, Lucky Wizard, Dizzy Keys Lit. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Let me know what y'all think about it in the comment section. Get the links down below. We got a discount. We got some items from Saks Fifth Fast. We got Walmart, where you can get you a Galaxy S25. You know what I'm saying? Or you can get you a iPhone 14, man. Hit those links down below, man. Let's keep it lit. Okay, it's tax time. Go spend that tax money. I got Saks Fifth Ave. All that good stuff. Yeah, man. Well, so I'm gonna tell y'all what the comments are saying before I get to going, because then I don't know how y'all gonna feel. But the comments are on the fence about this situation, because sounds like to me like it was a miscommunication about what happened. Now he see what happened. He realized it, that you wasn't feeling it, and he got up. But he still initiated that part. So, sister's not able to file charges, but it's a shame. Hopefully, she gets a healing and from all this, because I know, doing it on TikTok is not real healing. It's getting your word. I might lift some weight off your chest, but it's not the healing process. That's not part of it. So go get you some real healing. Shout out to I Am Mover Ish. Yeah, this guy, if untrue, this guy has a hell of a lawsuit against her. If true, I hope she sue him too. At least for damages and counseling and stuff like that. But if you are a victim of a situation like this, please call the police, man. Don't wait till something bad happens and then you don't get this man off the streets. But I'm not sure. I'm on the fence with this one because you could believe women, but then you believe that like both of them were very inebriated. He thought he had a free shot, and he missed. He missed his free shot, and he took advantage of it. I don't even know. I don't know if it's taking advantage of her, but because they were both drunk, he was feeling himself, and she's in his bed. Now she does take accountability for being in his bed, sister. As you know, don't get that drunk on a date. It's kind of insane that people will get this drunk on a date. Like, have some class, because if you have to drive home, it's all bad. Anyway, everyday people, let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll let you later. Peace.
Day and night. For some women, it can start working in as quick as 1 week.